Hello, my name is Karen Kane, spiritual sober yogi. Welcome to my channel. I appreciate you very much. I'm very grateful. I am 6 years sober, a divorced mom to a teenager. I am a sister, a daughter, a mom, a friend, and I do the best I can with what I've got every single day. And I wasn't always this way. I was a semi-functional drunk, headed down a very, very, very dark hole, and I hit the bottom. That pivotal moment was when I was fighting over a 6-pack of beer with my son on a Sunday afternoon. That was the pivotal point where I knew that I had to change and I had to do things a lot different. And it didn't happen right away. That's my son. He just came in. This is real life, keeping it real. Today, the topic is setting healthy boundaries and setting healthy boundaries with love. With love. So we don't have to be an asshole to set a boundary. We don't. As a matter of fact, we can stand in our truth and live in integrity according to our values. And this is the path that I have chosen. This path I have chosen since I got sober. And trust me, I wasn't always this way. As a matter of fact, I would let people control me, tell me what to do, take over my emotions, and I would just go to a bottle and escape. And it's taken a lot of work to get to today where recently, so by the way, I am just going to take some deep breaths, connect with source, and I'm just going to let whatever flows out of my mouth, I'm going to let it flow. I don't really have any set content here because I was guided to show up for this particular live today fully with just my heart, my truth to share with others. Because if I blaze this path and I share it to stand in your truth and set those healthy boundaries to protect your inner peace and your truth, then that's amazing. So do me a favor. Hopefully you can watch this in somewhere peaceful and quiet, where you can just close your eyes and take a nice deep inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Again. And exhale through your mouth. Last one, deepest inhale. Hold it. And let it go. Setting healthy boundaries, allowing yourself to protect your inner peace, to stand in your truth, to take your power back. And guess what? Sometimes that makes other people really uncomfortable because it's not going the way that they're normally used to. And they're used to having that control over you. And then one day you do work on yourself and you got that confidence and that courage and you stand in your truth and you're not willing to back down and to take that trigger that someone is trying to make you feel less than, to take that self-worth away, that self-worth that you've been building and growing and becoming the true light that you are, and someone wants to control you again or make you feel less than or manipulate you to do what their patterns are to get what they want. It's two people, right? Two people here. When we set boundaries, usually they're setting boundaries for people and their energy coming into our force field. And so sometimes once we start to learn and grow and we stand in our integrity and our truth and our self-love, that other person, they don't know what to do. They're like, oh man, they won't allow me to control them anymore. They love themselves even when I feel like, I'm not giving them love. And what happens? The relationship might sever because that person got fearful of losing you, or fearful that you are not reacting the way that you had reacted before in the past. And congratulations, because that means you learned and you grew and you're standing in your truth and your power. And guess what? This person might not be in your life anymore. But guess what? You're love. You're made of love. You are. You're love. I'm love. They're love. So I'm love. You're love. They're love. And if that's true, and we're all connected because everything is energy, lightning bolt, everything is energy, and we're all connected, then you didn't really sever that tie because it's always there energetically. They're just not in your life right now, or they're not in your life the way they used to be. And that's okay. And it might be hard at first to accept that. But I think I said last night on the video I did last night, is when you learn to let go of any attachments, that's when you're free. You're free. And that's when you live the best life that you could live, and you're the happiest and most joyful. Why? Because you're just doing it for you, like you're living your life, your truth, and not allowing somebody else to mess with your juju. Woo woo. Juju. Don't mess with my juju with some negative juju. And I'm realizing this, just recently with this situation, I stood in my power, and I wanted that person to understand that how they were treating me, because if they treat me that way, they'll treat somebody else that way, was not okay. Because I treat everybody like I would want to be treated. It's the golden rule, right? Treat others the way you want to be treated. Golden rule. So I stood in my power and I was like, you cannot do that. I need you to see this. I need you to see this because, well, I don't, I need you, but I need you, but like, I want you to see this, because if you think this is okay, but of course it's all opinionated, right? But when you disrespect somebody and you're not having that conversation and you're bottling it up and you're avoiding conflict, it's just, you might as well just, if you're playing the tape over again, you're just going to keep playing that tape over and over again until you heal. So I was trying to help the person heal, to see, because a lot of times we don't see our own shit. We don't. And, this person would show me things that I couldn't see. And that's a lot of times what happens in close relationships. We don't see the things that we do, but other people who are close to us can see. And if they're in tune to our vibration, they can see it, they can tell us. And then we can learn and we can grow and we can learn and grow together. But when that energy is off, or maybe there's an ego who doesn't want to communicate, right? So communication through conflict will usually, hopefully, if we get the egos away and we're humble and we have humility and we're open to receive these downloads within these conflicts, communicating, we can actually resolve it and we level up. But when there's no resolution, there's no leveling up. There's no leveling up. And if that's the way it is, then so it is, everything's temporary, nothing is permanent. And that's another reason why not to like hold on to something and, hold that attachment. Because well, honestly, also, if somebody isn't treating you the way that you treat them, or they treat themselves, or maybe it is the way they treat themselves. So I have no control over that. We have no control over anybody but ourselves. No control over anybody but ourselves. So when we step into our power and we set those boundaries out of love and compassion, which is what I definitely was doing through my experience, I stood in my power. I wanted that other person to see that I was not willing to accept that mistreatment or that lack of respect, or not being treated like I treated that person or how that person treats themselves. I wasn't going down a level because maybe they were going down a level, or maybe I was rising up and they weren't rising up. So here we got vibrations, right? When we're not on the same vibration, it's pretty rare that we're going to like really like mix. We don't mix. We're not mixing. Bob Proctor, frequencies. Like, what frequency are you on? So if somebody is on this frequency here, and then somebody's on this frequency here, and they're trying to connect, it's usually not going to work so well. It might. If both people, are really in tune with each other and they're willing to be open-minded to trying new things and working together, right? Working together. Close relationships are so hard. We all know this, right? They're so hard because it's two people sharing close, everything. And definitely makes for a challenge. But if you're up for the challenge, if both parties are up for a challenge, then there is room for growth and ascension. When both parties are not up for the challenge, that's what this is about. Set those healthy boundaries out of love so, you can let go with love, have that compassion, pray for that person, and stand in your truth. I have those shirts on my website. Stand in your truth. Probably my favorite shirt is like stand in your truth, because, coming from being, coming from abusive relationships, not physically, but definitely abusive relationships in some way, shapes, or forms. Today, with all the work I've done, I know how important it is to work on yourself, do what feels right for you, because we're all the same and yet we're all unique. We all have our unique gifts to share with the world. And so when you start to conform into something you're not living your truth, and you're not going to like hit that high level of ascension and, like your higher self. Personally, my journey is to get back home. And home is to keep ascending to my higher self, which makes sense to me. All right. If you like this content, you want to hear more, do me a favor, shoot me a comment, subscribe, click the bell to get notified when I go live or I've uploaded a new video. My name is Karen Kane, spiritual sober yogi. I am a religious science spiritual practitioner, a transformation coach, certified FitLife.tv transformation coach, as well as a certified Buddha yoga instructor. And I am just one big ball full of love. I'm your biggest cheerleader, I just want to see everybody live an amazing, happy, joyful, abundant life that they're meant to have, because that's what we're meant to have. God wants us to have an amazing life. So I put my light out here. I shine it freaking bright, but I also set those boundaries to protect my integrity and my core values, because I've worked hard to get to this level, and it's not time to level down. We don't go down. Don't look back. Just keep on reaching for the stars. And for this, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for today, this truth, for all of you watching, for God, for my sobriety, for oneness, for community, for all the people who are connected in this world, how we are rising together in this new age energy, this new age. It's the new age of awesome. And we can do this and get through anything. We stand in our truth. We support each other, believe in humans. Peace, love, and namaste. Thank you so much for being here. Bye-bye.